Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, May the 6th, okay? It is Wicked Wednesday, okay, Hump Day, okay, I don't know, what other, Wonderful Wednesday, Whimsical Wednesday. Okay, that's a new one, Whimsical Wednesday, okay? Let's get into the messages. I'm going to be using my personalized deck just to see what you guys might need to know for today. So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time? As you guys can see, I'm just jumping right into it because I did 2 videos already, so... so yeah. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time? And Soul Tribe, what do they need to know for Wednesday, May the 6th? What clarity and understanding can you give them at this time, please and thank you? Okay. Ooh. Okay, so we have a new home. Okay. We have a new home or moving. Now, this could be physically or mentally. Take what resonates with the message itself. But there is something about finding safety or like building a new foundation at this time. This may not be for everybody, but some of you guys, ice skating could be very significant. So this could be about you navigating your emotions or achieving some form of balance, right, when it comes to your energy. Some of you guys, like I said, when it comes to safety in a home, this could be mentally, this could be physically, but basically you guys are sailing boats, right? Sailing boats when it comes to trusting, having faith. And this is also clarity for the other messages that I pulled this morning, just to give confirmation, because it was the Prism Oracle deck that I used this morning. And there was something about having faith or faith when it comes to like your beliefs or community or whatever the case is, right? But just having faith, right, is significant. And some of you guys could be in this energy. So a lot of times in life, you guys could be dealing with situations where, because you don't look like what you've gone through, it's like people don't want to, believe you or support you or, whatever you have going on. And I think that's so weird and shady, right? It's like almost like people expect you to look like, I don't know, like you've been dragged through the mud, okay? To say like, oh my God, you look like you've been through no, like not everybody has to look like what they've gone through. And I think that's also another reason why it's very weird to judge a book by its cover in that sense. It's like somebody could be the most prettiest person in the world and have gone through the most traumas. Okay, so it doesn't even matter how you look. It doesn't matter about that. It's about the energy itself and how you show up. So take what resonates with that. But there is something about having faith. Boats are very significant when it comes to, moving on towards calmer waters, right? Even when it comes to like the light at the end of the tunnel, it's like there's something about you seeing the light at the end of the tunnel because of maybe situations that you dealt with or people, places, things, etc. You could be West Indian, or West Indian roots could be significant, or you could be meeting somebody in your energy who is West Indian, right? There's something about cultural roots, right? Connecting to your roots, being connected to your ancestry as well is significant. You could have people around you that are very weirded out by the fact that you maybe are connected to your ancestors and your roots, and that maybe you're not into church per se. So don't get me wrong, it's not to say that you don't believe in God or source or anything like that, but a lot of times when a lot of people who tap into their culture, whether this is like African culture, and West Indian culture is a little bit of African culture too. It just depends on where in Jamaica you're from, or the West Indies, like Barbados or Grenada. Okay, it all depends, right? But certain places in Africa, certain places in the West Indies, it's frowned upon to tap into your ancestry because they think that that's black magic, or they think that hoodoo and voodoo is wrong, okay? But a lot of times people don't know their history. Like if you look at Haitian history, Haitian history, they won wars, okay? You know what I'm saying, guys? Like if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Like if you know your history, And not only that, not realizing that you tapping into your ancestors, it's like, imagine you saying that, whoever your ancestor is, you're basically saying they're evil. And I know I said this in another reading or message where I said that some people can say that, ooh, you're talking to dark entities and blah, blah, blah. To be honest with you, that could be true. But at the same time, it's like, it's all in here. If you think negative about certain things like your ancestors and things like that, then guess what? That negativity is going to show up in your energy. If you think highly or have good intentions, okay, when it comes to communicating with your ancestors or your lineage, nothing is wrong with that, okay? me connecting with my ancestors could be the food that I eat, right? So say, for example, I'm West Indian. Say I go to a Trinidadian place and I want some doubles and some roti. Guess what? I'm connecting with my ancestors some way, somehow, because of the food. I may not be Trinidadian, but guess what? Somewhere down in the line, somewhere, there's something about the food, the culture, the music that we are all one. And if you look at also Jamaican culture, I always say this in my messages where I say, out of one, we are many. And that is true. It doesn't matter what you look like, okay? Doesn't matter what you look like. At the end of the day, we are one. We are all, together, because at the end of the day, it's almost like a boiling pot, right? Someone's aunt or uncle could be white, Caucasian, okay? And that person is still blood related and family. So like I said, there's something about connecting to your ancestors. Do not allow somebody in your energy to make you feel bad because you want to connect to your people, basically, okay? And confirmation with the horn. And also when it comes to you connecting to your deeper self, okay, your inner self, a lot of you guys may feel like you connect more with your ancestors than what we were taught when we grew up, okay? That's also another thing, right? So don't allow somebody to make you feel that way when it comes to that. You could be from the Philippines, you could be from any culture, any country, but there's something about roots, ancestry, okay? So even when it comes to that too, it's like certain Asian cultures, when it comes to gongs, sound bowls, things like that, okay? Even Buddhism, right? People may look at confirmation with the horn again. People may look at that and say, oh, I don't know why you right? They'll just say something weird and it's like, that is someone's culture. Stop being disrespectful. It's like somebody who wears a hijab. Stop being disrespectful to people's cultures because that is their damn culture. I'm sorry, like I get so irritable about that because I grew up in a culture where I've seen it all. Okay, I've seen Black, Indian, white, Chinese. I've seen it all. Okay, so for me to be, judgmental of someone else's like religion or culture, whatever the case is so beyond me. It's so bizarre. Like it doesn't make sense to me. Okay, some of you guys may feel the same way too, right? You guys could be also in preparation as well when it comes to like winter clothes and boots. There's something about preparing for summer when it comes to your growth as well. Okay, that could also be significant. We have communication. Okay, so yeah, there's something about preparation. Some of you guys could be being prepared to communicate when it comes to, like I said, ancestral knowledge, okay, spiritual awakening, okay, Egypt and Egyptian astrology is significant. Some of you guys could be receiving communication about your sigil, okay, like your sigil astrology. So some of you guys also could resonate with I was going to say not only just the Western astrology, some of you guys could connect with both Western and sigil astrology. For some of you guys that resonate with the message itself, that also could be confirmation, okay? So there's something about being connected to your roots, like I said, ancestral roots. It doesn't matter where you're from, okay? Opening up your own store could be very significant when it comes to like entrepreneurship, right? And then there's also something about in the next 12 hours that could be very significant. So there's something about divine timing, okay? Spiritual connections could be significant. Some of you guys could be bonding when it comes to new spiritual connections or coming together with new spiritual connections at this time, okay? Some of you may resonate with this, but also when it comes to eating, now this could be significant. If you are somebody who is working like a dog, okay, like when I say working like a dog, I mean like you're at work all day and say like you don't eat breakfast or anything like that. Like right now the time is 10:28, right? So maybe after you see this video's posted, you could have went through the whole day without eating, okay? Somebody could be asking you if you ate today, or this could be spirit, whoever this resonates with, especially if you're bad at taking care of yourself when it comes to eating. Don't do that, okay? I sound like someone's parent, but don't do that, okay? Don't starve yourself, okay? Make sure you eat, make sure you take care of your mental well-being, your health and everything. Drink your water, okay? Eat your fruits, eat your veggies, okay? Things like that, okay? Even if you have to stop somewhere and get like a burger or like some junk food, okay? Like, listen, I'm not judging. Look what I have. I have a big old dirty Tim Hortons Okay, French vanilla right here with me, okay? I make sure I eat. You guys know I don't play about my food, so you make sure you eat, okay? But there's something about taking care of your body, nourishing yourself, okay? Take what resonates with that. Some of you guys are also getting into the habit of eating small meals, okay? Making sure you take care of yourself, things like that, okay? Because again, if you're not eating properly, guess what? Your energy is not going to be, you're going to feel sluggish and tired and, mopey, and you don't want to do anything. You want to sleep. Even your iron, especially if you're a woman, make sure you take your iron pills, okay? Okay? I don't know who needs to hear that. Please take your iron pills. Some of you guys could be lacking vitamin D in your body too, and especially if you're from different cultures, right? Like, it doesn't even matter where you're from. If you're from certain cultures that is like really warm, like, certain places in Japan are like that too. That's what I'm talking about. Like, you could live in places that are really warm. Please make sure you take your iron pill. Make sure you take your vitamin D. Also, make sure you have vitamin C with it, because again, so that your body can absorb, certain things. And make sure to take it separate. Don't take your vitamin D the same time as your iron pill, right? Just make sure you're taking your vitamins. And even if you don't like vitamins, also make sure you're nourishing yourself, because that is abundance as well, okay? Taking care of your body, your mind, your spirit, okay? This says, I love you. Okay, so this is about devotion, surrender. Somebody could be, romantically, interested in a divine feminine or masculine. There's something about being attracted or romance. Okay, so there's something about initiations, right? And some of you guys could be getting a surprise visit from family. Now, this doesn't have to be like an actual family member, but maybe like a friend that you consider like a family maybe could be, significant. But I don't know, for some of you guys, family could be significant. Maybe you have family traveling from the West Indies, maybe coming to Canada, because Canada's at the bottom of the deck too. Who knows, right? Father energy could be very significant. Someone's father could be coming to see them, or someone's father, if they're on the other side, could be protecting them at this time. We also have in the next 4 hours, so something could be happening in the next 4 hours, and someone's uncle could be significant. Yeah, we have moving to a new country. So there's something about moving, okay? Somebody could be moving or thinking about moving, or, somebody could be visiting somebody, but there's something about that energy, right? Where somebody could be wanting to like come and visit, or say, for example, like, paranormal activities, right? Like, say this person has passed on and they're watching over you. Like, say this is an uncle or like a father. That could be significant too. Like, they could be telling you, like, in messages to move, or maybe move your body. Like, if this is not in the physical sense, because I get it, not everyone financially can do certain things, and I understand that. But we always find a way when it's that time, and that could be significant for some of you. Okay, so let's see what else shows up. Okay, let me see if I can get some more messages. So let's see. I'm just going to shuffle this deck here. So let's see what else shows up, okay? Some of you guys could be going through, like I said, energetic shifts or changes. Divine timing could be very significant too. For everybody, it could be very different, right? But some of you guys have multi-dimensional awareness. This is about seeing beyond the physical. So there's something about your intuition. This could be your higher self, okay? This could also be talking about having very higher or high, sight, insight, okay, when it comes to like expansions and things like that. So yeah, some of you guys are multi-dimensional beings, okay? Some of you guys may say like you're an alien, like you're not from here, and I get that, okay? Sudden stillness, so pause, awareness, and shift. Okay, so for some of you guys, like I said, you could feel this energy where maybe you were stagnant at some point, and there's something about movement. Like I said, moving your body, movement. Okay, whoever this energy resonates with this, that could be significant. There's something about maybe where you are right now. Confirmation, I just heard the horn slightly. Where you are right now at this time, maybe where you live, things could be very stagnant, and it's almost like if you leave that environment, that place, that job, that situation, whatever it is that you guys are dealing with, that friendship, there's something about like once you leave that, or once you move away from that, it's like the energy just shifts. So like if you feel like things are at a standstill, it's because the universe is purposely doing that, because it's not time yet. So divine timing, like I said, could be very significant. Yeah, we have the messenger. Okay, so brings needed communication. This is about message, truth, and delivery. All right, so this could be confirmation for some of you guys as well. Okay, grounding as well at the bottom of the deck. So there's something about being an anchor or anchoring yourself when it comes to your stability, or finding new ways when it comes to stability, meaning mental stability, financial stability, you know, physical stability, whether this is going to the gym, taking care of your body, your mind, you know, things like that. Like I said, right, there's something about the energy where taking care of yourself right now is really important. And it's almost like you don't care about how other people feel right now. Not that you never did, but now it's almost like you're taking your body, your mind, everything seriously right now. Yeah, you guys are healing. There's also something about cosmic messengers, right? So you guys are healing at this time. There's something about your gifts. Shamanism could be very significant. Like some of you guys could be healers when it comes to shamanism. Like I said, Buddhism is significant, okay, when it comes to energies. There's something changing too when it comes to your energy too, because like I said, if you were feeling something was stagnant and there's something about making movement or moving, there's something about sudden progressions, okay? Now this could be about society, technology. This could also talk about friendship and freedom, and also humanity in itself. Uranus energy could resonate for some of you, but that could be confirmation for a lot of you guys, okay? Spirit, what other messages do you have? Give me one more card for the collective before I end this. Ooh, thank you. Okay, so there's something about Taurus energy, okay, when it comes to either Taurus season, because we are in Taurus season, or somebody may have Taurus placements. But there's something about your energy when it comes to you. You could be somebody who's very reliable, okay? Luxury could be significant, but there's something about you being reliable, okay? Reliability. You could be saying no to somebody, okay? Take what resonates. Like you could be saying no to somebody, or you could be, you know, refusing or denying something when it comes to your boundaries. No is an answer, okay? When it comes to your boundaries, no is an answer. You do not have to explain yourself to anybody. You don't have to go in depth. If somebody cannot respect the fact that you don't like something, or you just don't want to be in whatever frequency this is, that's on them. They need to understand that you have your right to say no, okay, whatever this is. For some of you guys, blue eyes could be very significant. So there's something about clarity or receiving clarity, or there's something about also having depth when it comes to your intuitive knowing. We also have Sagittarius at the bottom of the deck. So like I said, this could be adventures, being very open, okay? So take what resonates. Teenagers could be significant too. Okay, it's kind of far, but teenagers and also Pisces energy too could be significant, right? But yeah, social media as well. So some of you guys could be teenagers, or there's something about Saturn returns as well. Say you guys are teenagers and you guys are maybe going through your Saturn return. That could be significant too. Like a lot of people don't realize that in their Saturn return, a lot of times there's something about, you know, maturity, okay, going through certain things when it comes to maturity, or being more mature in the energy, right? But some of you guys could be going through like certain transitions where you guys are maturing, or you guys are learning to communicate more or better, you know, things like that, right? But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. So please take what resonates with you guys whenever you see this message. And again, thank you guys for the love and the support. I appreciate you guys as always. Follow me on YouTube and TikTok, and my website is www.mysteriouslyunique.ca, where you guys can book a reading, or you guys can check out my blog or be nosy and stuff like that. Okay, but yeah, I appreciate you guys, love you guys, and I'll see you next time. All right guys, bye.